The opinions and views expressed in this video do not reflect the views of HTT Media Group. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's going on, everybody? It's 7 o'clock on a Thursday night. You know what that is. This is The Functional Gentleman. We are your hosts, Roy Gravis, Bucky Pender, and with us as always, I threw you off. And with us as always is the good brother himself, the man behind the mic, John Marble. What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, guys?
You jumped the gun, sir.
I did.
He thought he was.
He thought he was
I was
slick.
going to get in on that one because I was waiting for it.
Just when you thought you were
I
slick,
know it.
you get swerved.
Just when I think I know you.
You got swerved.
Just when I think I'm out, they pull me
They
right
pull you right back in,
Man.
exactly.
Can't get away from it.
I love it. I love it.
So how was your day today, sir?
It was actually pretty good. How was yours?
Yeah, pretty good. I passed some asshole in a giant box truck on the way to work this morning.
Oh yeah.
You want to know who
He
that
was in the
asshole
fast lane going slow.
You want to know who that asshole he's talking about is?
I'm guessing you.
Yes.
Of course.
Because the sad thing about it is I talked to him on morning of show,
Yes.
and I kind of creeped him out because he's like, I called him. I was like, hey, what are you doing? You made it to the Lumberton yet? And he's like, I'm at the red light. Where are you? Can you see me? What are you doing? I said, I'll just look for the big white box truck next to the Lumberton Donut sign because I was
Dude's creeping on me.
delivering. Yeah, creeping.
But so I got some big news real quick before
yeah?
we move forward. Got a big promotion at work.
Hey, look at you
My
go.
man.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
finally what I think you are?
Parts and service manager.
Yes. Hallelujah. That's been way too long
I know
coming.
it. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Those
That
guys
was-
do not know.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted though. Doing two jobs right now as I look for a parts guy.
I was to the point to where I was fixing to petition. Is it one wave, one marine?
One water.
One water. I knew it was something to do with water. I was gonna be like, y'all need to make this man top dog. Just go ahead and do it. Top dog.
Just do it.
So cool. You got a promotion. I creeped on him. He referred to me as an asshole. It's a good day. I like it.
Yeah.
Good day.
So
way to end the day.
you want me to dive right into it?
Sure.
I got two smokes this week. It's a good week.
Man.
I got two smokes to
Wait,
review.
two smokes and two drinks?
Two smokes
Look
and
at
two
that.
drinks.
As you can see here.
It's a twofer because we're doing anniversaries and Mother's Day, so it's a
Yeah.
twofer day today.
Two for Thursday.
There you
So
go.
first on my smokes list is this gem right here, which has a funny looking tip if you know from.
Kind of looks like a joint.
It kind of
Yeah.
does, but it is not. So this is a Camacho, Connecticut. It is a 1 on the 1 through 5 Roy Gravis and Cigar International scoring system. Yeah, like what I did there.
Yeah.
So this
Shout
one
out.
is a Connecticut wrapper, but it's from Ecuador. It's not from Connecticut. So see, I told you in a previous episode
Yes.
that they were not just exclusive to Connecticut. It has a Corojo binder, which is the southern part of Brazil, and a Honduran and Dominican filler. It's very good smoke. It's real light if you notice in color. Coloration's real light.
it
and I'm
is
going to show
very
you this why. So you remember last week's smoke, which I still have in here. This is a Maduro wrapper.
Yeah,
See how dark that is?
I do.
You see how light that is?
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call it a Connecticut. It's good smoke. It's got a good little toast to it. Not real heavy on the pepper, just real subtle. It's, again, that morning blend type light. But my number 2 is a little on the darker end of the spectrum. So this one is a Ave Maria Natural. Okay? It is made by AJ Fernandez, which is one of the, in the realm of cigar makers, probably he would get his face on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, okay.
So if you had
That's pretty impressive.
four people on the cigar Mount Rushmore, in my opinion, it would be AJ Fernandez, Rocky Patel, and the two Rubin brothers that make up Alec Bradley. So it's a 4, which is a medium dark. It is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, which is why it's the natural brown looking color.
You're so good at saying all these names.
I try, man. It's
You know,
hard.
most of the time I just sit here and pretend like I know what he's talking about.
I smile.
No,
Smile and nod.
Just smiling.
I don't think anybody knows. It's a Nicaraguan filler and a Nicaraguan binder. And when I did my research, my additional research on it, this particular cigar is liked by both Alec Rubin of Alec Bradley and Nimish Dasa, which is one of the head cigar makers for Rocky Patel.
Oh, really?
Hey, look
Yes.
at that.
And what was the name of that one again?
That is an Ave Maria.
Ave
And
Maria.
I actually have the band. And the band's kind of cool. You'll appreciate the band. And I have two of them. So there's a band for you to
Dos.
kind of examine. Here's a band for me to show everybody at home. Let me make sure I got the logo.
Is it the same band?
It is the same band. Yes.
I don't know if you can really see
It
that.
literally has a almost Crusader night on it. Real fancy, real colorful.
Ave Maria. Golden.
It's a very good smoke. I was surprised.
Very good.
Real easy on the draw. Little heavier on the pepper than what the Camacho was, obviously, because one's a Connecticut and one's not.
Right.
But for the most part, I give it a solid 4.
Yeah.
So it's good
Man,
smoke.
That's pretty high score.
So do you want to do your drink of the night?
Well, I
or
think
do we
you're,
want to do
you're
the,
on a roll, and I've never had Hennessy. We
We have talked about Hennessy.
talked about it
And
last
Hennessy, so Hennessy, let me tell you a little story
I'm a
about
little
the bottle.
nervous.
I am too, just a little bit. This Hennessy bottle was not a planned thing for us tonight.
Not at all.
This is literally a gift from the guys from Ruling on the Field. And it literally says, from Ruling on the Field, fresh from the bottle shop, which is why we're sponsored by the bottle shop, just for reasons like
Yes.
this. The bottle shop, proof is in the bottle, not the sign.
I love it.
Yeah.
So research on what I did for Hennessy. This Hennessy is an 80 proof. It's a cognac.
Yes, it is not a
It
whiskey.
is not a whiskey. It is not a scotch. So again, chunking another curveball out there.
Yes,
It's a cognac. We're on curveballs this week.
Man.
It's
I don't know.
like I said, it's 80 proof. The thing with cognac is, especially this particular cognac, it is made in new oak barrels.
Yes.
So most whiskeys and bourbons,
Well, all whiskey.
all whiskeys and most bourbons, probably about 50% of bourbons, are cured in charred oak barrels, different range.
Right.
Whether it's light char, heavy char, alligator char, which is the charest of char. That's
The
almost
charest of char.
alligator char. Literally is to the point to where the bottle almost breaks.
I thought he was going to break into some Pokemon there and say Charizard. I wasn't really sure where he was going.
And
That a Star Wars shit?
just so you know, obviously you're looking at the Hennessy bottle and you notice that it's missing a little bit, and that's
Yes, it
because
is.
the good brother already
Oh.
was already partaking
Well,
in.
Yeah,
This-
the good brother
Glad we could
the
join
good
you.
brother jacked it before we got on there. But anyway, like I said, it's got a real good amber hue to it. I'm gonna actually pour.
So we're going to go square glass.
We're gonna go square glass. Yeah,
We
had
gotta keep these
We gotta
separate.
keep these separated because you can't mix whiskeys
Oh.
and cognacs.
I mean, if you want to get frisky, I bet you could.
Hi, frisky for the whiskey and risk it for the biscuit, my friend. Write that down. That's gold. I don't care what you say. I come up with this stuff off the cuff,
All right,
and that's
so-
what's great.
Let's
Let's
What are we-
partake in the Hennessy here.
This is why we can't have nice things,
What do you mean this is why we can't have nice things?
because you use stuff like risk it for the biscuit on air.
yeah.
I didn't say what you were risking for the biscuit.
What is that? Trying to figure out where it's at.
So-
on the range of what I know about whiskey.
So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. In this glass, you can see it. You see this little ripple right here?
Mm-hmm.
Cognacs are a little by make. Cognacs kind of go along the same premise of rye whiskeys. They got a little bit of an oily thing going on with it in the glass, as you can
yeah.
see by looking in your glass.
So I'm getting
I personally kind of it's pretty
vanilla.
good. It does have a little vanilla off the cut. A little bit of, I don't want to say hibiscus, but it's kind of a floral type thing that I get. And not only that, you get a little bit of almond in it
So,
to go along with the oak.
as Mr. Roy always says, full disclosure,
Full disclosure.
I don't like Hennessy straight. I usually mix it. In fact, the drink that I had was made by Adrian over at Frenchie's. It was called something called a tahini, like a summer tahini or something like that. But it's like a beach drink. I would
Sure,
say.
she didn't say summer Tahitian.
I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, it's really good if you mix it. Some people love it straight. Like
I'm not gonna lie, this is something I could actually do straight, but I am gonna, full disclosure, no free ads. Absolutely not gonna lie. That's 4 shots right there. I just counted them. So somebody's drinking at home with me. It's 4 shots. This is not the smoothest thing I've had this week.
No.
Smoothest thing I had this week, for those of you who follow the Facebook page and saw my post on Sunday, I partook in some 18-year-old
Yes,
Jameson.
and I was quite jealous
And I'm gonna
second I saw
And
it.
I'm going to tell you right now, I know this is going to be blasphemy, but it was literally an awakening for my soul.
And just for the record, that is the complete opposite of balling on a budget.
Yes,
Yes.
it is, by far.
Just
I'm
for
not
the
going to
record.
disclose how much it is, but I'm telling you
It's
right
not that
now,
hard to figure out.
Yeah.
it's more than Angel's Envy. I'll tell it to you
Yeah.
like that. And we talk about how much
It's
Angel's
triple
Envy.
anything triple digits is not balling on a budget.
Hey.
I mean, what? I mean,
Let's just go.
I don't want people to think all of a sudden I got class. I want to kind of keep it for the people.
Well, no, that's,
I mean, not
that's
everybody.
that guy with his little uppity scotch drinking.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Scotch guy.
So I'm not gonna lie, I like it. For first time having Hennessy,
See, and you were nervous.
it's got a lot of the same characteristics of whiskey. I get some.
I mean, bourbon. I mean, whiskeys and cognacs are not that far.
They're not that
different.
far apart.
The only difference is one's in charred barrels
That
and
was-
one's in new
that's
barrels.
the one thing I noticed is
It's really the only difference.
there's not as much. Maybe oak or that woody oak.
right.
He said Woody.
So if when we talk about this stuff, yes, I do like Scotch. However, obviously everybody in this room knows I am a Jameson guy.
Mm-hmm.
I am actually I like Jameson Black Barrel better than I do regular Jameson, but
I'm gonna have to partake in the black barrel.
We have a bottle,
18-year-old
Okay.
18-year-old Jameson is the way to go.
Oh, by far,
Hands down.
It changed.
It's rich.
It
you
changed
gotta have
my
a,
life.
You gotta have a deep pocket.
Shout out to my little brother,
Like,
who oddly enough celebrated a birthday yesterday.
hey, happy
on
birthday!
Cinco de Mayo.
Happy birthday!
So yeah, very good. I mean, it was
And
next
I felt-
level good.
I started to feel bad because as soon as I saw you post it, and I was immediately jealous. The first words out of my mouth after I called you was, "You didn't buy that bottle."
Negative.
I
Ghost
know
Rider.
who bought the bottle.
I did not buy that bottle.
But did you enjoy it?
I did. Yes, I did enjoy it. So I'm gonna let you handle drink number
All
2.
right. So what we have for tonight, which was originally supposed to be the drink of the week before we were surprised, is Elijah Craig's Small Batch, which is 94 proof. This is produced by the Heaven Hill Distillery
Woo!
out of Bardstown.
So
Bardstown.
I gotta-
What
Daryl,
state?
one of y'all's biggest fans.
We love DJ to death.
DJ. Kentucky.
18-year-old Jameson at special bars are $70 a shot.
Holy crapola!
That does not surprise me in the least
Yeah.
because I know how much a bottle is.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
next level. I'm telling you, next level.
All right. So I'm sorry, it was Bardstown, Kentucky.
Okay.
Just which is kind of synonymous with whiskey and bourbon and
It is.
I mean,
It
whenever you
very much
think
is.
Kentucky, Tennessee, that type of thing.
I'm gonna full disclosure this too.
Oh gosh.
This is literally one of my sneaky picks for a good whiskey. And the reason why I tell you this, when I worked for Nestle USA, there would be times where I'd have to stay out of town. In the Holiday Inn in Lake Charles, which required part of that staying out of town, it had a bar in it.
I'll cleanse my palate.
And the lady that was the bartender there, she is the one that actually got me into
Really?
Elijah Craig. Very well worth it. Shout out to Miss Naomi. I don't know if she's still at that hotel or not, but when I was working for Nestle, she was there.
Hey,
So-
you know that? Well, never mind.
You know that what?
Nothing.
So
move along.
Move along. So you gonna
Fun
pour,
fact.
you gonna pour that, or we gonna sit there and look
sorry.
at it?
Fun fact.
That
while-
whiskey ain't gonna drink itself,
What?
folks.
Can I say though that the frost on the bottle makes that bottle look really
That
cool?
was a different.
Be still, my beating heart.
Like it just the bottle
Oh,
right
so
now with
good.
the frost on it looks really cool.
Does it?
Yes.
It really does. That's next level cool. Look at you long pouring. I like it. Thank you very much.
There you
All right. So fun fact while
So gentlemanly.
Roy gives this a shot and a nose. So Elijah Craig used to actually do aged. So they would, prior to 2016, they had aged 12 years.
Oh, that's sneaky smooth.
So, as a lot of people know, or anybody that likes whiskey, anytime you do research, one of the big things you always come across is, prior to 2016, there was like this whole whiskey wasn't cool thing, I guess.
Yeah, it was
Like it fell out. Like nobody, there was nothing going on with it. Well, after 2016 is when it blowed up again.
So 2016 is referred to by the whiskey community as the whiskey renaissance.
Mm-hmm.
A few episodes ago, you remember I talked about the whiskey boom,
Mm-hmm.
late 90s, mid to late 90s. This is the second half of that. What are you thinking? Don't give me no bitter beer face on that one. That's sneaky
peanuts?
smooth. Peanuts.
Am I crazy? I got vanilla, which is
I got
pretty
the vanilla.
common.
Yeah, it's pretty common.
Oak, obviously.
I'm not gonna lie.
Because
I
of
mean,
the
I
char,
get a little bit of. I would say
am I
more.
crazy on the peanut?
I would
or
say
nutty?
honestly, I would say more cashew than peanut.
You think?
I think so.
Okay. I'm not gonna be mad about it.
I mean, I would say more. Are you getting?
Yes.
Yes, by far. You gonna wave at the camera again? Hi.
Good brother.
The good brother himself.
So as I was saying, man, that's good.
It's sneaky good, is what it is.
I like that.
It's sneaky good.
So prior to 2016, they had it on the bottle, and this wasn't really meant to replace that, but be more of a we want to get our whiskey out there to everybody type thing. But it was named aged 12 years, but after that they had to stop putting it on there because if you think about it, Elijah Craig, Jack Daniels, all these big whiskey names are trying to pump out as much as possible.
Oh God, yes, that's why they have all these different variations.
And that's why anytime you see aged or single or barrel or whatever, they're more expensive. But that's what allows them to keep this at such a affordable range and still make a damn good whiskey.
You like it, huh? I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you right now, this to me, and not only because I had difficulty on air getting into the bottle, this is better than that giant Texas that you brought back. I think.
I'm not gonna lie, you're probably really close with that assessment.
I mean, it's sneaky good. What are you thinking, good brother? I know you come and poured you a solo cup full of it, or half full, I guess.
So as it sits longer, it's definitely got the
the
layers.
peanut.
It's got See,
you gotta
I'm not crazy.
You gotta let it open up.
I'm
You
getting
let it
a very
open?
peanutty vibe from it, but
It's got some awesome layers. And let it sit for a second, and then take it in. And it's like there's something to it.
it's got a good burn.
But
It's got a steady burn.
Yeah.
I talked about this on another episode. A steady burn to me in a whiskey is the best thing ever.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I don't like that off the rip burn. I don't like the end burn. I want a steady, smooth burn
all the way through, and it sits on your palate.
So speaking of palates, I learned something today.
It's dangerous. Roy
It is dangerous. Do you know there's a technique that a certain show, which I'll give them a shout out. They're cool guys. Bourbon Junkies on YouTube.
Okay.
They do this technique called a drowning pheasant. Okay, and what that is you take a drink and you tilt your head back so where it coats the entire palate, and then bring it back forward and then swallow.
See, and I like how different people. Weird
the
looking.
Good brothers over there trying.
What I do like is the different ways people find flavors in whiskeys and bourbons, and and that's a different smell.
It's total difference.
Because, like you said, they do
Hey,
that.
go ahead and tell me. I know what you're thinking. Damn it, Gump, you're a genius.
Yeah.
I'm not a genius. The guys from the Bourbon Junkies
Give
made
a shout
this,
out to them because
so
it does.
Does it work?
Yeah.
It's
Because
legit.
and I've mentioned it before, I think it's more of a classic traditional whiskey tasting technique, but you put it in your mouth, you put it at the front of your teeth, then you swallow, and then you take a deep breath. And that allows it to open up.
That's an old school thing, which I mean really works.
It really
but
is.
The drowning, you should try the drowning pheasant.
I'm not going to do that on camera.
It's a next level type
So
thing.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is very balanced, but I'm also going to say it's probably the most, when I think about what bourbon or whiskey should taste like, it's probably the most bourbon-ish bourbon we've had.
Yes,
this is what you think when you think bourbon.
You're exactly right.
Great job, Elijah Craig.
Yes.
Very good
Or,
job.
or is it Heaven Hills? Whoever just.
Oh yeah, whoever. Yeah.
Yes.
Heaven Hill Distillery.
Heaven Hill Distillery.
Yeah, great job.
Shout out
So,
to those guys.
and actually, one more fun fact that just popped up is because the Good Brother reminded me of it.
The Good Brother?
His name is the Good Brother.
His name is the Good Brother.
So Elijah Craig is actually credited with the first to do whiskey in charred barrels, but he was a Reverend Elijah Craig. Did you know that's
There
and
you
the
go.
reason he did it was because he stored other liquors that way, and he had just apparently he was a huge alcoholic.
See, folks, it's okay to reverends drink. It's okay.
But I thought it was
to
kind of
drink.
cool that the whole backstory behind Elijah Craig is pretty cool. If you get a chance to kind of read up on it, it's pretty interesting
I
stuff.
like it.
I like it.
I like it.
And going back to the balling on a budget thing, it can be had from anywhere to $29 to $40 depending on where you're at.
It's not bad.
So I mean, rock on.
Hey, it's legit. It's next level. I mean, it's not like now. Granted, I say next level. It's not 18-year-old Jameson next level, but for a good,
Well, that's not even
solid.
fair.
He is going to compare that to
You
everything
can't do
now.
that.
I can, and I just did.
So for what it's worth,
For what it's worth, it's equal as far as on the money.
Liquor.com named Elijah Craig Small Batch in their top 15 whiskeys of 2021.
I would agree with that assessment.
Judy Strahler says Canadian Hunter shots. That's her.
So
Like-
we may have to venture out and do a Canadian whiskey.
Yeah.
One
I
night.
think it's necessary.
Well, Crown Royal is a Canadian whiskey,
It is.
Yes, it is.
so
I don't know. We'll see.
not
I
that.
got some Crown Royal. It's green apple.
No, you got
Green
that green
apple.
apple. No, we stay away from flavors here because
Yeah.
if you,
Oh, that's
if you
right.
bring that, then I'll have to be forced to bring the Fireball from my house.
And
We
are
all
not
know how I
doing
feel about
Fireball.
Fireball.
I'll black out on camera. It's a
Ugh.
bad situation. I may
It's
say
very
some
bad.
things.
You want to get into the topic?
Yeah.
So to continue with the twofer tonight, guys, this is a serious show.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We are
All right.
serious people.
Serious as a heart attack.
Continuing with the twofer Thursday, we are doing anniversaries and Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
And the reason we did anniversaries this week was because we're pretty much right smack dab in the middle of all three of our anniversaries.
Absolutely.
Mine was April 14th. John's was May the 4th.
Hey.
Star Wars
and
Day.
Roy's is May the 8th.
Stop bringing
So-
that up.
Saturday.
Stop bringing that up.
So I found it funny because John threw out his anniversary on So Here's the Thing, which you can catch now
I did.
on Mondays at 7.
Yes.
By the way, I thought they were supposed to kind of take shots at us on that show.
They don't know how to do that.
I don't think they do.
You've met those guys.
I haven't met those guys. They can't.
Come on.
They can't figure out who they want to be on camera. I mean, I've seen previous episodes where it's David and Josh, and then it's Josh and David and John
Michaela and John
and
and-
Michaela's been on. I mean, it's they literally when it comes to their show, they keep it in the family.
Mistaken identity?
I don't know.
Who? What family?
Are you an out?
Well, I mean, Josh and Michaela are dating.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
that's
gosh,
true.
here we
You
go.
you and David are like best friends.
Yeah.
Josh and David are best friends.
Yeah.
I'm sure at one point, somewhere soon, Bobby's going to be on. So here's the thing.
She's been on as a guest.
See, she's been on it already. That's
As a
what-
guest.
I
Bobby is
still
the
kept
host
it-
of Listen
Still
Closely.
kept it in the family, though.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
So John, on his show, on their show, So Here's the Thing, shouts out his anniversary, and,
Yes.
you know, he's all, my wife has a podcast. Look at my shirt.
Mhm.
I'm wearing it. So I can't do that because my wife doesn't have a podcast. But what
He
I
does
did
have
do
My wife doesn't have a podcast neither.
is I wanted to take a little bit of out of his book, and I did go with black. If you've met my wife, all she wears is black.
Absolutely.
Our wedding color was turquoise
Mhm.
Yes.
and khaki, which you can't see, but I am wearing khaki shorts.
Yes.
So I kind of went along the same lines. And
I still have my vest from your wedding.
do you?
I think so.
Man, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
So I can't wear her podcast shirt because she doesn't have one, but I did try to work on the anniversary wedding idea.
You could.
We've gotta
And so,
we've gotta get
right
rid of
now,
these bugs.
hear me out.
Hear me
okay?
out.
When he starts this, I get
Absolutely.
nervous.
Dana Pinder, Brandy Gravis, their own show.
Just so I got a text from
Think
a
of
buddy.
it.
So I'm gonna tell you right now. I got a text from a buddy of mine. So
I'm
it,
moving on.
it will be 12 years this Saturday for Brandy and I, sir.
There you go.
And it was shout
Congratulations.
out to my buddy Mike Carlisle. Mike and I have worked together at Nestle for years. Good dude.
Yeah.
Delivers pizza now for Schwann's Red Baron. So
Mhm.
shout out to
I
Mike
think
Carlisle.
I know that guy.
Mike's a good dude. I'm not gonna lie. Mike's a good dude.
So because I know all of yours and my own actually,
Yeah.
We need to have special guests.
I'm
I just got a message from DJ Ferguson on
Yeah?
Facebook.
Oh.
He said we need special guests. LOL. I think you know where I'm fixing to go with this.
Oh.
Hey,
Should
Daryl.
we have superfan Daryl DJ Ferguson as
And
our
you know
guest?
what? I think if he's down for it, I want to do. If he's gonna do it, I want him to come in with a blind taste test of his favorite whiskey.
So,
I like it.
Come
real
in,
quick,
cover
and-
it up. Don't let us see it. And
I
let's
like
do a
it.
blind taste test, and then he can reveal it.
I want to say this because Miss Judy, who also watches y'all show, she's married. She was married 38 years last August. She's widowed now. Obviously, if you don't know her husband,
I'm so sorry to hear
it
that,
was
Miss Judy.
Mr. Ruben Strother. He was on our fire department.
Okay.
Amazing guy.
I've heard.
I
good,
mean,
I'd never met Mr. Rubin, but I heard really good things about
top
him.
of the line.
He's right up there with Jay Hinkie.
But she's celebrating life now. So,
Hey,
Congratulations.
absolutely.
celebrate away,
That's
Miss
the way
Judy.
to do it.
Cheers to you.
Yes. Cheers to you.
Salud.
Anyways.
I can't go back to the. I can't. Not after that. It's that good. It gets that good. I tried.
Every drink.
I cleansed the palate.
Yeah.
I went back to the Hennessy. I just can't do it. I can't do the Hennessy now. Now
There
I'm
you
at
go.
this. Maybe on a just a Hennessy night.
Yeah.
That
We
could be
may
a
have-
song. Just a Hennessy
Just a
night.
Hennessy night.
All right. So like I was saying, anniversary. I shouted out all the dates. That's my number one most important rule. Get the date right.
Yes.
As guys, just get the date right. That's
Yep.
step one, and you will go a long, long way.
That is step one, and if you want bonus points, tell your wife the date you guys met.
Oh gosh.
Yes. So I can tell you exactly the day. So Brandy and I met on March the 7th, 2008, and was married May 8th of 2009. I can tell you where we had our first date at too. I'm really good as a guy. I'm gonna brag on myself for a little bit. We actually had a double date
He doesn't mind doing
with a friend of ours who was married and got divorced and remarried and got divorced. She's on her third marriage now. Brandy and I are still going strong.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to the state of Texas who allows a whole crapload of marriages.
we had our first date
Seven.
at Chili's right here in Silsbee.
So I can't tell you that about my wife, and I'll tell you why. Because I knew my wife in high school, and we went distant after high school. But I can't tell you the first day I met her. Now I can tell you the day that we started hanging out,
Right.
and fell in love and stuff.
The
Which-
day she decided to start putting up with you.
Yeah, which would have been November 26th
Very good.
I can't.
of
There's no way to recall that date.
2019.
So wait a minute, you guys met on Black Friday?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we started hanging out on Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
So
Was it a shopping trip?
It was not.
Okay.
There's a long story to that.
Hey, whoop, that's another episode.
Yeah.
the reason that I can't recall ours is because I'm not gonna lie. I pursued Dana for the longest time, and she was told by her very good friend at the time, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny from the block. I know
Jenny
Jenny.
on the block. Just do it. Just go for it.
I know
And she
Jenny
got
from the block.
encouraged, and all I did was try to be as nice and as gentlemanly as possible, and I pursued her, and it just took forever. And it was a running joke for the longest time between all three of us. It was all I do is text. Instead of all I do is win,
text,
yeah.
no matter what.
So it was all I do is text.
Yeah, I did
So
that.
because that's all I could ever get, and we text and we talked and and finally we're married.
I love it. It's absolutely
So-
brilliant. It's good times.
It is. And now look at us all here.
I know, we're all here.
Where did we go wrong in life?
Did we go? don't even know if we went wrong.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we're winning at life. I think we're doing pretty good. So,
So
what kind of notes you got?
I got notes on two different topics. I got notes on anniversary ideas for getting away.
Okay.
Real quick, so something happened. I'm sorry, something happened with the feed.
Oh God.
But we're back. We're back.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
We're
don't
back.
know what happened, but anyways, continue.
Okay, so now that we're back,
Man, that's
like
right.
I was saying, I got notes for if you're going away
Okay.
and if you're staying in town.
Mhm.
Okay. So before we get into all that, because I have a couple of little notes about stuff like that.
A couple little notes. You got
I want. Well,
2.5 pages.
I want.
I
I wanna-
keep
Alright,
keep my
Josh.
outline down to one
No,
page.
no, no. The reason it's so long is because what I wanted to do real quick, and I just want to run through these, and then if y'all want to make some comments about whether you agree, not agree, if you think it's dumb, whatever. So what I did is I wrote down the modern gift guide to marriage. Everybody knows about the traditional one, year 1, year 2. It's like paper and blah, 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 blah,
I read
blah,
that
blah.
one too.
So I did the modern one. I found a couple different websites. I took the consensus and I wrote down modern gift giving for marriages, each anniversary. So I'm just going to run through them. If we want to touch on them, cool. If not, cool. So year 1, clocks, represents passing of time. Year 2 is china. It's strong and delicate like the new relationship you have. Number 3 is crystal or glass. It signifies light, beauty. It's delicate. Oh, gosh.
I'm going to stop you right there. If number 4 on your list matches what I'm looking at,
Appliances.
yeah, I would highly recommend not getting your wife an appliance.
Well, and here's
in some cases
here's the
they
deal.
may get a little.
So here's the deal. It's my thought on it, because I made notes. That's why I said it. Let me run through it and then we can talk about it. My notes: practical, represents settled into your relationship. You're 4 years in.
Right.
Year 5, silverware. All the meals you've shared together and will continue to share together in the future. Year 6, wood. Strength, deep roots, resilience of marriage.
He said wood.
I did. 7, desk set. Bring a touch of home to work. You know, something that holds your pens.
Oh, okay.
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 I thought you were talking about like a desk.
No.
That's what it'd be like.
Something
if
to
I
put
walk
on your
into the
desk.
house with a desk for an anniversary present,
No.
I'm sleeping on the couch.
So, you know, it's something, a reminder of home at work. Year 8 is linen for a guy or lace for a woman. It's delicate but refined. Year 9 is leather, known for how well it endures as you approach 10 years. 10 is diamond jewelry, 1 decade, beautiful, elegant, strong. Year 11, fashion jewelry. It's an odd year. It's fun. It's wearable every day. 12 is pearl, hidden treasure like the love you found.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna stop you right there because Brandy and I are literally on year 12.
Yeah, you are.
Brandy's not a pearl chick.
And neither is Dana. And like I said, these are just it's what's considered the modern anniversary gift. If you were to follow that guideline. Just keep running through it real quick because there's only a few left. Textiles or fur for year 13. Comfort, warmth, unlucky 13. So you want to make them feel loved, comforted. Year 14 is gold jewelry. Man, that was hard to say. Unification, eternity, perfection. Year 15 is watches, which, speaking of watches, you got a new one.
Shout out, I do have a new one. This is a Bull of a Marine Star, and I love it.
Again.
Actually, a funny story about this one. I got this on my 2nd anniversary.
Oh, very nice. So she was close.
She was close. I think.
Again, it signifies the passage of time and the many more ahead. Number 16 is silver hollowware, and if you don't know what hollowware is, it is everything other than silverware.
Okay.
So
I don't have anything
trays,
after 15. It just goes to 20 on
dishes,
my list.
that type of thing.
You start counting by 5.
Right,
That's exactly how it does.
17 is furniture, security, and comfort. 18 is porcelain.
Again, I feel like that about a desk. If I show up with furniture, I'm sleeping on the couch.
On the new furniture.
18,
Yeah, on the new couch.
On the new couch. Better make it comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
18 is porcelain. Again, delicate, represents the care that it's taken to get this far along. 19 is bronze. It's the one metal that's considered to get more beautiful over time. Patina bronze is by far one of the most revered things. And you just went patina on me.
Yeah.
You know where that's from? The good brother knows where it's from.
Mm-hmm.
Where's it from, guys?
It's from a podcast that I listen to.
Mm-hmm. So, did you know that ketchup will clean like brass?
I've seen that. I've seen the video.
So my
You
wife,
know if you put salt in ketchup, it gets hot?
my wife
This has gone on.
collects like bunt pans.
Who?
And my wife,
Bunt.
like bunt pans, like bunt
I know
cake
who
pans.
Bobby is.
Yeah, my like bunt
Bunt.
cake pans.
Bunt.
Oh, bunt.
Bunt.
You know,
Not
like
bunt.
no,
Not
yeah,
butt.
no. You know, like
Yeah.
from
Apparently, this is butt.
from my big fat Greek wedding, bunt kick.
Bunt cake.
Nothing
No, but
cake.
she only
Exactly.
collects the brass ones.
Okay.
And
That's interesting.
sometimes she gets
That
them
is
and they're
very
kind of,
Dingy.
dingy and we've actually, so we went and bought some stuff to actually clean brass. It did not work as good as just taking ketchup and rubbing on it.
Really?
Because the acid in the ketchup eats away at it.
Tomatoes are
And
highly
That's
acidic.
scary because
Yeah.
I love ketchup.
So,
Yeah.
so do both.
Not quite as much as
Think
so
about
do both
what
my kids.
think about what it's doing to your insides.
not quite
bro.
as much as Patrick Mahomes because apparently he puts it on everything, including steak. And if you put anything on your steak, I'm gonna punch you in the face. Let's
So-
run through this.
so
I
wait a
got
minute.
2 left.
You're gonna hit Patrick Mahomes?
I might.
Oh Lord, I feel that's a lawsuit.
I got 2 left. 20 is platinum. So apparently, that's huge, glaring. Everybody notices platinum. You made it 20 years. Congratulations.
Right.
And 25 is silver. I'm not real sure what it means, but this is in both traditional and modern. It's considered the quote-unquote silver jubilee.
Mm-hmm.
So
celebration.
The silver anniversary.
That's 1 through 25.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Do you want me to
Hate
elaborate?
it.
Do you want me to elaborate on it?
I mean, if you want to hit on a couple of them, I mean,
Okay.
you've got the same list apparently.
I have the it's kind of
It's
a
a little.
It's
pretty,
a little
it's pretty
abbreviated.
close.
So
thoughts?
25. I think it's a good list. I mean, all in all, there's a few things I would not do. Furniture and a desk, obviously.
Well, no, it wasn't a desk. It was a desk set.
I get it. I just like saying the word desk.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why.
back to this. 30 is, according to this list.
Oh, you're going further. I just went to 25 because if you made it 25, you're doing pretty good today.
Well, I know people that made it way longer than that. Both my grandparents.
I said today.
I got you. Diamond for 30.
Live in the now.
Jade for 35. Ruby for 40. Sapphire for 45. 50 is the golden anniversary, so gold, obviously. 55 is emerald, and 60 is diamond.
So I got to make it 45 years to get my birthstone?
Yes, 45 years.
Golly, that's a long...
You better get ready for the long haul, my friend.
So...
Because you're at what, 4? Are you at 4?
Woo! 2018? 19, 20, 21?
3. You got a long way to go. Very long way. I mean, I like the list. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the paper thing, the traditional list,
It gets, there. But I did notice a lot of things repeat. Like even on this list, once you got past that 25 range, some of it repeated, and I don't really understand that. Like if you're gonna do it right and do it big.
So Judy says a random bouquet.
I feel like Judy's giving DJ a run for his money on that superfan thing.
A random bouquet of flowers is worth the world. It just needs to be random. That's all. And then a random bouquet of wildwood flowers means more than a dozen roses.
Very true.
I want to say something to that. So obviously, May the 4th, I went out and I got my wife a dozen roses.
And he had Yoda deliver it.
Now, no, I did not.
It'd have been cool if you did.
Cool.
It'd have been cool if you did.
But I and I'm going to go ahead and say this. I got her those on our anniversary, which is something that is in the norm, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you, Judy. There are times in my life that I think, man, I need to get my wife flowers on random days where she's not expecting them.
I agree with that statement.
Like
I feel like I don't do it enough.
And I drop the ball on that.
I do too.
Because I do it on occasions that call for it.
Right.
But, so I'm kind of curious, and if anybody's watching and you want to give any kind of input on this, as the heartbeat of Stillsby rolls on through.
Absolutely.
Heartbeat of a Small Town. Good song by Travis Denning, by the way.
There you go.
Mayhem.
What is everybody's thoughts on flowers? Because a lot of people feel like, well, you spend 50, 60, 70, whatever dollars on flowers, you have them delivered, they're awesome when they get delivered, but for the most part, 4 days later, they're all dead.
Yeah.
I know I don't do flowers a whole lot, but I have done them in the past for just little here and there type things. So
I'm going to tell you one of my biggest pet peeves about flowers. And this is just me, okay? If you don't have the money to buy flowers and you buy, fake flowers, I completely understand that. But do not use the line, "Oh, I bought them for you because just like these flowers, the love for me, the love I have for you will never die." No, you're just cheap. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Go do the real thing or don't do it at all.
Yeah. Daryl says he gets his wife's edible arrangements instead of flowers, which those things are kind of cool.
They are pretty cool.
I've done that before with Brandy. I've literally walked in with like her favorite candy or something like that. Because
But the edible arrangements does a good job.
It does. Sherry's Berries, they do a good
if
job.
They like fruit.
No free ads.
No free ads, but hey, Sherry's Berries wants to shout out a sponsorship or something. We can go with that.
So I do have one more question before we dive too deep into this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody's gone through it, the dating stage, right? So speaking of anniversaries, do you count months as an anniversary?
No.
More or less when you're dating.
No.
6 months, yes.
Once you're married,
Once you
obviously
hit
you go anniversary.
Once you hit that 6 months, I think 6 months in a dating relationship is kind of an important thing. So to me, 6 months, and then you go by years after that. But you don't count each individual month. No, that makes you kind of look too.
Yeah, because you hear it, you see it all the time on Facebook.
You're like, oh my God, I'm so Twitter pated. One month in,
anniversary.
2 months in.
Anniversary literally defines as a year.
Yes.
Like I believe in that whole month thing with dating the same way I believe with people talking about their children. Like after the first year,
don't get me.
If you tell me 18 months, no, your kid is a year and a half.
Yeah.
Don't say 18 months to me.
Because I've constantly made jokes about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kid's 472 months old. I got a math.
You did the math.
I got a math.
My kid is 60 months. No, lady, your kid is 5.
It's not a car note.
We do it. We do enough math when we do the proofing of all
It's
this
not
stuff.
a car note.
No,
it's not 60 months old.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Start calling it is what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
Shout out, it is what it is, and Adam Nation.
Shout out to Adam Nation. Yeah.
Trent Timms.
Yeah.
Which is spelled THAMES. I don't know how you get Tim's out of that.
Well, there was a baseball player with the same last name, and it was pronounced the same way.
I go back to what I said last week. It's a coon-ass thing. I don't
Yeah.
understand it.
There you go.
All right,
so let's dive into a little bit of what you got.
So are we going on the going out of town thing, or are we staying in town? I think we're going to start with staying in town.
Let's stay in town first.
Let's stay in town
Okay,
first.
we can do that.
Number one idea, especially in this day and age in society, an evening with no tech.
Yeah.
Shut the phone off, turn the TVs off, the laptops, the tablets, the Fitbits, the Alexas, the Googles, I don't even know what it's, the Siris. Shut it all off. And there's a lot of no free ads, so I'm just saying no free ads.
Yeah, right. Just no free ads, period.
Just spend time with each other. Have a conversation.
Yep.
And see, that was
that goes a long
theme in everything I wrote down, whether it was a gift or a staying close to going away, is communication.
Communication's key, man. If you can't talk to your wife about just normal everyday stuff,
please make it everyday thing.
Why are you married?
Make it a night of no kid talk, no work talk, no stress talk. What in the world?
I think somebody's bumping outside our studio.
Nah. I don't really know.
Somebody is bumping outside the studio. All right. Number 2.
What you got?
Make beer or wine together. Make something together. Whether it's a dessert, beer, wine, dinner, something. Do something together. Do something simple together. You don't have to be extravagant. You don't have to be over the top. Do something simple. That's my whole thing. Keep it simple. We said this several times throughout these episodes. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
Do simple stuff.
Okay.
Number 3, and I'm not going to lie, when I saw this, because this kept popping up on anniversary stuff because I was doing research.
Oh, yeah?
Have a fondue pot meal.
Hey, I like that.
Who doesn't love melty cheese?
I'll be honest, I've never done a fondue pot.
Me either.
Never. So that would be something new and different, and new and different sometimes works. If you got kids, have a kid-free day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, call the mother-in-law.
I was gonna say, you know, that your mom or her mom would love to have the kids for a whole day and just do whatever they want.
This jackwagon that just walked in. This is my dear friend from high school, Mr. Ronnie Wright, in the house, everybody. We said don't talk.
Recording live in front of a studio audience. In front of a live studio audience.
This is the show thing. Sit there and look pretty.
He does look pretty.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, sorry. I tried to give the guy a compliment.
I know, right?
I was being a gentleman.
Hey, be a gentleman.
So what I like about what you're doing here is, and I actually wrote it down. If I go back a page, yes, there's pages.
Yeah, you got pages. I kept it simple. I kept it to a page.
So a lot of the things you're saying, and I kind of wrote it down as something I felt. Don't ever feel embarrassed to get romantic, sentimental, the stupid little love note in the morning on the window or on the mirror while she's getting ready, or
not even that.
Going back to the communication thing, tell her how you really feel.
Sometimes
She's
I've
gonna
got,
love to hear it.
Sometimes I've gotten more out of Brandy with just sending her a text while I'm at work saying, "Hey, I love you and I'm thinking about you."
Exactly. Don't be embarrassed,
I mean,
especially on your anniversary.
Yeah.
I do it pretty much every.
So I'm really glad you brought
at
up a
least
lot of these
weekly.
things because it really tied into that really
It does
well.
tie in. I feel we have that, not to harp on your Star Wars anniversary too much, but the Force is strong with us.
Can you? So do y'all know how much work I put in not to reference Star Wars on my anniversary?
It's got to be the hardest thing in the world.
It is. Like, and I want to punch people who are like, "Hey, may the Force be with you." No, I don't give a damn about that. Shut up.
You know what you could?
Me and my wife's anniversary.
You know what you could do though? You could change it to "May our marriage be with you." Between you and Bobby, that could be a you and Bobby thing.
I mean, maybe.
I might have just saved your marriage.
Oh gosh.
I feel like I'm Dr. Drew right now.
Here
Does that
we
make
go.
you Adam Carolla?
Does it?
I don't know.
He does have the hair.
He got the good hair. So
That dude's legit ugly. I'm like no homo. That dude's legit ugly.
Here's another one. Retrace your steps. And what I mean by that is go back to where it began. Go back to where you had your first date at. Brandy and I go to Chili's pretty regular here in Silsbee. That's where we had our first date at. God's honest truth. It was a double date. We go there pretty regular. The Pines. Absolutely. For you Silsbee folks, I know a bunch of you had your first date at the Pines, your first kiss, maybe even your first nookie in the back room.
Whoa!
Hey, I said that. So, yeah.
I mean,
retrace your steps.
I like that idea. I really do. I have
Retrace
that one
your
right now.
steps?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'll elaborate on this list because I really like the list, and I actually did kind of the same thing. Again.
It's amazing how great minds think alike.
Exactly. A couple that I wrote down that you haven't named so far: breakfast in bed, if you have the opportunity, if it's not a work day.
Yeah, I can see that if it's not a work day. Of course, if you're like Brandy and I, the work days start very differently.
Right.
One of the ones I liked that I happened to come across that I've actually never thought about: swap cars and take hers and have it detailed.
Yeah.
Surprise her with a clean car.
It's a good idea.
Fill it with gas. I mean, drop it once you get home. She's like, "Holy crap, it's clean and full of gas."
Flowers, yeah.
How cool of an idea is that?
And can I go back real quick to the breakfast in bed thing? So one of the things, and don't overcomplicate it. And this is why I say that. To me, what I would do, like I've done this before, I'll go get my wife some kolaches and stuff from the Donut Palace. And I'll bring them and put them in the microwave and just be like, "Hey, I left you breakfast."
Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything crazy.
I thought he was going to be like, "Hey, I put a Pop-Tart on a plate for you."
No. I'll go out and actually buy her some breakfast and be like, "Hey, babe, I got this for you this morning. I was thinking about you." That makes a world of difference.
That does. I mean, just to let your significant other, whether it's, I know we talk about it from a guy's point of view because we're guys,
right.
But even if it's from the other way around,
yeah,
let the other know how you feel and what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Don't keep no secrets.
Right.
Secrets in a marriage are horrible.
Absolutely.
So, we're going out of town now?
You have the time.
I do have the time.
Oh, gosh.
It's 10 minutes to 8.
Back to that watch.
Well, I mean, it's a Bulova, yo. You can't.
Mothers?
That's like having a Ferrari and not taking it out of the garage. I mean, come on.
Just real quick, while we're talking about gifts and staying home and whatnot, something to think about.
We still got to go out of town, too. That's the good
Something
part.
to think about.
Something to
We're
think about.
going to have to pay the bills.
Pay them.
So here we go. You ready?
Ready.
Ladies, for the whiskey lover like us in your life, branch out with the bottle shop to find something special that he's wanted to try or hasn't tried or is afraid to buy. Whether it's a cheap bottle, an expensive bottle, it doesn't matter. The bottle shop has it. Guys, buy that bottle of wine she's always looked at, wanted. Buy if she's a vodka drinker, check it out at the bottle shop. They've got it all. The bottle shop has everything you could need, especially for a night home.
Exactly.
Check out the bottle shop. How does it go? The bottle shop.
The proof is in the bottle, not the sign.
There you go.
You have been called out, sir.
Who's been called out?
Bucky.
Uh-oh.
By his wife.
This is why. Wait a minute. Full disclosure, not going to lie. Absolutely why I'm glad my wife does not have a Facebook. That's
she
3
says
shots for somebody at home.
Her car is dirty.
Her car is very dirty. And it's funny when we bought, because we have 2 Explorers. So originally, we bought the first one.
They're twinning.
We are. We bought the first one, and it's because it's what we decided that was best. It has 3rd row etc., etc. And one of my rules, even whenever we went to the new one, was all I ask, and I don't ask a lot, is keep it clean.
Yeah.
And you know when the last time that thing was washed?
I'm so glad I don't have
Don't
this
ask
problem.
because I don't know.
I'm so glad I don't have this problem.
I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to say anything to that because my car is dirty.
I drive a
so is mine.
I drive a four-wheel
I have
drive
the
truck.
original.
My wife drives a 4Runner with third row. You ain't catching us swapping vehicles for nothing.
No?
No, she don't like the truck. She'll ride in it as long as I'm driving, but I ask her to drive. You'd think I literally just went into a filibuster at the Capitol. It's that bad. It's your political joke for the day.
Oh, man.
Anyways.
Oh, and P.S. Moms like wine, too.
Yeah, that's right.
My mom likes Michelob Ultra, so shout out to Mother's Day. And some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff kind of, I'm not gonna say completely applies to
No.
moms, but I mean,
But it can cross.
if you had like a special thing, like we talk about this, and it actually, I got to give a shout out to Avonlea Jewelers, even though I know we do the no free ads thing. Avonlea Jewelers right now is in the process of repairing my fossil watch that my mother got me the day I turned 21. I'll be 40 in October, folks, and I still have it.
That's awesome.
So retrace those special moments, because you, as a guy who has lost a parent, because I lost my father, 2019, October 2019, so almost 2 years. Retrace those moments with your parents, because they ain't gonna be here forever, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So no sad songs, no sad moments. Moving on my list, plan a day trip to your favorite spot or city. Brandy and I like Galveston. We like New Orleans. We're actually leaving for Galveston tomorrow for the whole weekend. We're picking the kids up from school, dropping them off at my mom's for the weekend. Off to the island we go. Plan a weekend getaway. Do something spontaneous. Make her feel appreciated.
I'm glad you said spontaneous. Because I actually wrote down something that I've always said in my head, and it's actually...
Because it's all in my head.
Strategic spontaneity.
Yeah.
Let me define that for you.
Please define that.
Doing research, listening to her responses, prep work, and or scheduling ahead of time that's presented at the moment as an exciting, impromptu activity. But you've had it planned the whole time.
Can I say something? And this is something that I've come to realize.
You
over
are
the
more than
years.
welcome to say something on this show, good brother. We are not going to discriminate against your comments like your brothers do on Ruling of the Field.
Oh.
Haha. If
That's why we
you
call him
okay,
the good brother.
That's
So-
the good brother.
and you know I've learned this over the past 6 years or whatnot. So you know how like during Christmas you're always trying to figure out what to get your wife. If you go back 3 months and you listen to your wife, she'll tell you exactly what to get.
You don't even have to do that. You want me to tell you how I did it? So this past year, okay, Brandy gets a James Avery mailer.
Mm-hmm.
Brandy's kind of like me. We're very similar. I'll go through a mailer and kind of like, oh, that's cool. I'll make a little note by it. Cool idea. Brandy does the same thing, except she puts like little check marks by stuff. So what did I do this year for Christmas?
Dang.
I literally went back to James Avery, pulled the charm bracelet and the charms that she wanted. The kids bought her the charms. I bought her the bracelet.
Strategic
go.
spontaneity.
Right there. That's what
The
it means.
devil's in the details.
Yep.
I said it last week. I said it again this week.
So something I find really cool about what we've talked about,
Mm-hmm.
minus obviously running through the giant list of every anniversary, is
That took
none
too
of
much
us
time.
have really said much about purchasing crazy gifts.
Right.
And I've mentioned it before. That's always been me and Dana's thing is I prefer and she prefers the memory over the gift.
Right.
Go somewhere, do something, have fun, get away.
I'm so glad you said do something, because that
Yeah.
falls on my number 2 of the
Uh-oh.
list. Try something that you've never done before. And what I mean by that is, and this is going to be a really good segue, you're going to appreciate this being an ad king that you are. So my wife and I are doing a distillery tour in Galveston. Part of it is a work thing. Because of the fact that I have exciting news, and I'm segueing it right now.
Golly.
I finally, after 3 weeks of emails and phone calls, I finally got somebody from Texas Tail Distilleries in Galveston to call me. It was the GM herself.
who got married, and speaking of anniversaries and Mother's Day,
shout
she
out
got
to
married
Lainey Wilson.
2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
It was 2
Congratulations
weeks ago.
to y'all.
Congratulations on that. We're going to tour both facilities, the current facility and the new facility.
How does your wife feel about that? No,
My wife.
do whiskey.
So wait a minute.
'Cause she's not a whiskey
So
drinker.
wait a minute. Here's where the cool part of this comes in at. So when I told her this, she had the same response to you. Well, I don't want to do that. They just do whiskey. Au contraire, mon frere. They do vodka as well. So guess what? They do Texas Tail vodka and Coastline whiskey. My wife is now okay with taking this tour just because of the fact they do vodka.
And it's really cool because we kind of did the same thing, and we've talked about it. We did the Gulf Coast distilleries, which I brought the whiskey in. But
No shout out to Gulf Coast. They did my man dirty.
Nah, I mean, not
We're going on ghost tours.
That's cool. Are you doing the brothel one that I told you
I don't
about?
know. I don't know.
He almost whispered.
I'm telling you, if you can do the haunted brothel tour, Brandy and I did it in September. Okay, it is legit. They take you to where all the old brothels were in that Strand area.
I don't feel like that's an anniversary thing. Hey, let's go to brothels where people just like
where all the
ravaged
hookers
each
died.
other.
Well, I mean, so here's the
Happy
thing.
anniversary, honey.
So here's the thing. You see what I did there? When your wife does a podcast that is in true crime and mystery and ghosties and stuff, a haunted brothel tour is right up her alley.
Absolutely.
So he's listening to her needs.
Yes, sir. That's right.
How do you like that? Just take a drive. Take a road trip. I'll tell you right now, one of the funnest times I have, because I have a funny story about it, take a trip to the lake. You and the wife just go fishing if she likes to go fishing. Brandy and I took the boat, when we bought our boat last year, we took the boat out. I kind of gave her some ill advice. She got the boat hung on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to wade out there, push it off. And I don't know if you've ever drove back from Sam Rayburn with a watermark right here on your chest and everything else is wet from here down in your truck. It sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, can I give
it sucked even more because when I stopped at Tackle Attic, it started raining. So I was completely.
Hey, I want to give a quick shout out to the Rolling on the Field guys. Can you two handle this? Because I gotta apparently break the stick.
I gotta go potty.
Keep it going though.
Yeah.
We'll keep it going for sure. Don't stop till you get enough.
So, and that's for example, you talking about just go for a drive. There was, I think it was 2 weeks ago maybe, that me and Bobby, we just got in the car and we went to Jefferson.
You guys,
on a whim.
ended up in my old stomping grounds at East Texas Baptist University in Marshall.
We enjoyed ourselves, even though it's really bad weather going up there, but we had a blast.
They're local, aren't they?
3 of them local.
Okay.
Yeah. But
So my best friend from high school here is drinking a Poor Brothers.
I actually really, really like Poor Brothers.
I've never had Poor Brothers, and I'm a beer guy.
They've got some good beer.
I'm a beer guy.
Yeah.
Banana wheat? I'm going to need to see your man card for saying banana and a beer.
Banana wheat. I like that.
Ridiculous.
I haven't never tried that one.
It's bananas.
I'm going to try that.
BANANAS.
I'm not. No, stop it.
And not only that, when you go to your favorite spot or whatever, try some new stuff that you ain't done before. Go to a different restaurant. Do something different. Brady and I have been to Galveston so many times, we've never taken a distillery or brewery tour. So we're doing something different.
Yeah.
Spice it up. Variety is the spice of life, and that is not my last call for the week. But it's just a very good piece of information.
That's right.
So, hey, potty break's over. Yay. Did you wash your hands? Thank God. I think we're going to try to do a brewery as well.
Who does?
Really?
What was it?
They have a peanut butter jelly stout. Milk stout.
He's drinking a Poor Brothers.
He's drinking a Poor Brothers.
Oh, the peanut butter jelly stout. I've heard it's really good.
That one's a banana wheat.
What is? Oh, okay. A guy I work with, him and his wife do I guess it's the Poor Brothers quite often.
Street Poor Brothers.
Yeah, all those guys. They do those quite often, and he said that if you've never tried the peanut butter jelly, something of another, he said it's legit. I like how I just came right into that.
There you go.
You came in right into it.
It was nice.
So my last
Where
one,
we at?
My last one I was talking about was when you go to your favorite spot or city, explore some new stuff when you're there.
Definitely, and that's so. Just to piggyback off of that, that's always been my one rule. Whether it's just me and Dana, or we've got the girls with us, we're not allowed to eat at a place we can just eat at every day.
Yes.
I want something new.
I
don't want to run down
I
the
use
road
that same
to
rule.
McDonald's or Chili's or whatever it may be. I want something that's in the area. Big thing we do, we always go to, and you know this, Texas City.
Mm-hmm.
We love to do Top Golf, but every Sunday
I'll be in Texas City too, and I'll be at the Croc store. I know how you feel about Crocs.
Rub the earlobes.
Did you just call me a tick?
We kind of have a little bit of a tradition, and it's Chewy's because we don't have it in the area. Everybody says the same thing. Never had it. We don't own. Like I said, typically it's like Sunday at noon because we're checking out of the hotel. We hit up Chewy's and then we head home. I'll keep that in mind though.
Hey, DD, if you drink that.
Oh, for sure.
He has
Definitely.
his wife.
Always drink responsibly. I know we have a good time on the show. We drink.
We do drink responsibly.
Drink responsibly. I know I have water in mine right now.
I
actually have a second cup of water. Take breaks. Drink responsibly.
Speaking of,
Be a gentleman.
Can I go ahead and call a hydration break?
Sure,
Okay,
I'm
I
down.
feel like I need one.
I'm gonna go with this one.
There you go.
I went with Eternal Sparkling Cherry Lime Water.
God, that sounds so ridiculous.
Oh, but it's so tasty.
Can you just say it one more time, just to?
Man card, Troy.
What'd you say?
I actually sell.
I'm checking my man card for the
I
Exactly.
actually sell their product though.
How
so it's kind
lame
of a work
did
thing.
that sound, bro?
Eternal Sparkling Cherry Lime Water.
Hey,
Sounds like something Terry's doing.
I got
didn't
tap
like-
water.
I didn't
Fridge
like
behind
it.
you.
Tap water with ice.
I didn't like it at first, but it's starting to grow on me.
I tried it and I couldn't do it.
Top shelf. Yeah.
But
Top shelf.
So
anyways,
and that's it. Just find something new. Even if it's a city you go to all the time. Texas City is real easy. Katie's real easy. Galveston's real easy. Explore. There's actually way more in all of those cities than you would ever imagine. Galveston has a lot. Even watching something like Lone Star Law, I've seen things in Galveston that I never knew were there.
Not just that, I'm gonna tell you something we learned the other day by, oddly enough, Facebook. Do you know the island's bringing back the trolley system?
I didn't know that.
Yes, I'm gonna try and take a trolley ride this
But
weekend.
then talking about the distilleries, I didn't realize how many local distilleries we have in the area.
Bro, there's a lot.
I mean, you've got to go, obviously not in our area, but if you go to Houston, Galveston, even, just that area, and you can obviously go further, especially if you go into San Antonio and College Station.
You want to really tantalize your palate? Go up to Dallas, Fort Worth.
Right. I mean, but
Go to Austin.
keep it within that 2-hour drive. There are so many local distilleries that need our support. Gulf Coast,
Absolutely.
Wedemeier's,
Texas Tail.
I mean, there's just so many, and they do so many cool things.
Absolutely. By far.
Old Humble Distillery is a really cool one. They're actually really, really small. They're trying to get into a bigger place.
I like it.
So look out for that one because I think it's going to be an up and up.
So, Old Humble, if you want to get together with the Functional Gentleman,
For sure.
we got an email.
Yes, we do.
You want to plug the email?
functionyourway@gmail.com. No spaces, no caps, no nothing.
functionyourway@gmail.com. Absolutely.
there you go.
Try a new activity
There you go.
when you go out of town. I know we said try a new eatery, try a new watering hole. Try a new activity. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but I would love for the wife and I to go parasailing.
Mm-hmm.
But the only catch is when we go to Florida in August, it's just going to be me, her, and the kids. I don't know who's going to watch the kids while I'm parasailing in the air. That would be a little tricky. Unless I can take the kids.
Maybe.
That might not be a bad idea. Oh, I'm just worried about my daughter. She would
Like a kangaroo?
she'd lose her mind.
You know, like the little swings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Swing the seat.
Just to kind of hit on that one, something I had wrote down, and it was kind of going to be a closing thing, but I kind of like just keeping it going.
Mhm.
I had written down, find activities / dates you'll both love. Figure out, again, strategic spontaneity. Listen, learn, and try to combine what you love with what she loves. Again, like your wife said, I could get into that since I know they do vodka. It was kind of the
Yeah.
same thing whenever me and Dana went to Gulf Coast Distilleries. We were literally there for like 4 hours. not even thinking about it, because it ended up being something we both had a really good time at. They had a baseball game on. It was not the Astros because they weren't playing, which I was a little upset about.
That just breaks my
But
heart.
they had so many different kind of alcohols that they had there. They made awesome drinks. She got a flower in hers, which she loved. She took pictures of it. But it's really cool whenever you listen and figure out what you both love. It really brings you together, and that's kind of what that whole weekend's about. Whenever you're celebrating something like this.
Absolutely, by far.
Yeah. All right.
So, you got anything else you want to cover?
I mean, just to hit on a couple things real quick. Make the whole thing about each other. No kids, no family, no work. I know I said that earlier. Talk and actually listen.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to learn. Listen to understand. And listen to respond correctly. Another thing I wrote down. Start a tradition, whether that's gifts or trips. I know we've all talked about trips. It seems to be the consensus in the room.
Well, I did 2 gifts too.
And we did, we touched on some gifts, but I really feel like, and again I've said it, I'm a memories over gifts guy.
I know my wife's not going to see this, so shout out to K Jewelers.
Hey,
They helped me out a little bit.
Just another thing, make it memorable every year. And it's okay to celebrate for more than just one day and or on that exact day. Make it
Right.
make it the weekend after, the weekend before.
Right.
But don't be afraid to also touch on it the day of. If it's
Right.
a work day, like I said, do something dumb. Find her lipstick if she's not gonna yell at you, and write a note on the mirror.
Yeah.
I did a note on the bathtub wall one year. I mean, it's stupid little things. Make something special on the day, but
Right.
don't be afraid to find what works for y'all.
Back when I used one year, put post-its in a heart, and every post-it has a memory or something.
Right. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that goes back to the thing I said. Don't be embarrassed about being corny.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Chicks dig it.
You're corny anyway. You might as well.
I'm super corny.
Well,
Like,
everybody.
yeah. Show her that you're still the guy you fell in love with.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to, because we all get comfortable. We still love each other, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, show her that you're still the guy you fell in love with.
Yeah.
And the last thing I wrote down was have fun. Don't ever forget how to have fun. It doesn't matter that we're all mid-30s, 40.
Not yet. Not yet.
Have fun. Do
October,
something crazy.
Not yet.
Me and Dana have every now and then we'll play Uno as a drinking game, and we've done it with you before,
Absolutely.
and Brandy. So find something, have a little fun, make something fun, even adult activities, make it fun. Because we can get kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
We all watch TV shows together, and then we go to bed.
Yeah.
Find something that you both like, and then make it fun. And that's
Absolutely.
the last thing I wrote down.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So I guess since that's the last thing you wrote down, it's time for me to do my thing. Being as we have two cigar reviews, 2 bottles of liquor, we're getting 2 last calls tonight.
Ooh, last call for alcohol.
Last call number 1. Always compliment her on a date. She spends a lot of time looking good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Process. 3, 2, 1. Last one, very simple. Forehead kisses. Yes, I said forehead kisses.
I got goosebumps.
Did you? Down your spine? Or in
Do
the
it.
small of your back?
Do it.
Go ahead and answer it. I know where they're at.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Hmm.
So again,
All right. You amaze me.
oh God, I'm so glad we already did the last call. So
Yes, sir.
this has been the Functional
Hey,
Gentleman.
hey, no, last
sorry,
call.
last call. This has been the Functional Gentleman. As always, we've enjoyed it.
Always.
We do this for the fans, our functional fans. Stay functional
And always.
and always function your way. You can catch us on podcast, which, by the way, I cut you off too. We got added to a new one
This
today.
is why I called him an asshole at the beginning of the show.
I got an email at 3:45 this morning as I was getting up for work. We are now on Breaker.
Breaker one.
So now we're on Google Podcasts, Spotify,
Shout them out.
Breaker, Radio Public, and Pocket Cast.
We are all over the place.
All
over.
Live on Facebook.
Live on Facebook.
Friday at 5 o'clock, your drive time, our happy hour.
Happy
Catch
hour.
the show while you take it home on basically every podcast
Everything I just
station
named.
you could ever find.
Everything I just named.
Shout out real quick. Show's brought to you by HTT Media Group. We're doing great things in the city of Silsbee. I do want to take a second to let everybody know the event that I posted on our page.
Yes, elaborate on that, by the way.
Addison, she's an awesome little girl. All she wants to do is play basketball. That's been her one thing. She does suffer from neurofibromatosis. I'm sorry if I didn't say that 100% correctly.
What in the world is that?
It's actually, so it's a little bit of everything. So it's a neurological, fibro, bones, mitosis, a dysfunction of something. So it's a little bit of everything. It affects your bones. She's going to have surgery here soon on her femur, which is one of the strongest bones in your body. That little girl's fighting, and she's gone through, I think, 8 surgeries, she said.
Yeah.
Texas Marine, the company I work for, we're 100% behind this. We've got 2 items up for auction on the silent auction that starts May 8th. We're doing a free annual service for a Yamaha outboard 250 and under. And then I am personally putting together
I think I have one of those.
Yes, you do.
I have a 150.
I'm putting together a grab bag type thing. It's going to be a Yeti Roadie 24 cooler filled with Texas Marine hats, cleaning supplies for your boat. I'm going to try to find a couple other things to throw in there. They're doing the silent auction again. It starts May 8th. It's local. This is what we're doing. This is what we're here for. So here's the thing. Shouts out everything local. If you didn't catch their show this week, it was awesome. We talked about Silsbee. They talked about what we're doing, where we're going. Shout out Christy. She's awesome with the EDC and everything they do. But just find the event. They're doing a thing here at the Brookshire Brother parking lot May 15th. A Zumo sale.
I like it.
Yeah,
Also,
you can tell this is something that means a
I
lot to me.
love a good Zumo.
Also, so Frenchie's has a tip jar for this young lady.
Does she really?
And
the
the barista.
That makes me happy.
I didn't say this on So Here's the Thing, but the barista told me yesterday that half of her tips this week are going to go in that
That's
jar.
so amazing.
Fantastic.
So,
amazing. Her mom got on and commented on the
Yeah.
post. She's
Absolutely.
so thankful for everything.
I shared the snot out of it, bro.
She's so thankful for everything we're doing.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I mean, we shared it on the page. It went to what's going on in Silsbee,
Yeah.
what's happening in
That's what
Silsbee.
this is all about.
Silsbee
We are
win,
Silsbee.
simply Silsbee.
Right.
Be, and that put the B in Silsbee. Be the
And
best
not just that,
you
you
can,
said
be
it.
everything
You
can
said
be.
it earlier. This little girl's literally fighting for her life.
Right.
Yeah.
And she fights every day, every surgery, every
Yeah.
time.
So if she can fight for her life as a community, damn it, we should fight for her.
That's right.
Like straight up fight for her.
That's right.
Hashtag fight for Addison. I want to see that blow up.
There you go.
Hashtag
Blow
her
the
name,
shit
her
out of
name
it.
is Addison.
It is Addison.
Yeah.
Only reason I know because I took the M off of my daughter's name and figured it out.
There you go.
Shout
All
out
right.
to that.
Good show, guys.
Good
Hey,
Yeah.
shows. Always.
Shout out, good brother John.
Appreciate
The
it.
good
Check out
brother.
his new show Sunday at 7.
I feel like we
Yeah.
should get royalty rights off
We
of that
should.
because
The
he
Good
named
Brother
his
John.
show
He named
A
his show.
Talk with the Good Brother. We should get royalty rights for
So yeah, like I said, shout out. And tomorrow morning, I want to let everybody know that the Ruling on the Field guys are going to be back on tomorrow morning.
Oh,
that.
really?
Oh.
Yeah, they
What
are
are we
going
doing?
to. They missed something,
Uh-oh.
and they want
Oh.
to correct their mistake. They were supposed to talk about teachers on their show,
And they never did.
and
I even asked you about
Yeah.
that.
and so they're going to correct
Okay.
that mistake Friday morning.
So wait a minute. Speaking of teachers, didn't HTT Media, didn't we do something for teachers?
What was?
Yeah, we got them some ice cream and cookies. Us and Fancies together. We brought some ice cream and cookies over at Laura Reeves. And the principal there gave us a shout out. But we
Shout out Fancies, by the
Yeah,
way.
we didn't do
They've
it.
been awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She,
we didn't do it
Tiffany's-
for that. We did it for the teachers because
Yes.
we're not here
All day,
if y'all
every day.
hadn't been there.
None
Well,
of
yeah,
us-
'cause
none
I
of
mean-
us are
So-
here.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, I know everybody in this room was influenced by at least one teacher, whether it was
Right.
middle school, high school, college,
And
Right.
can we say and coaches?
Yeah.
coaches.
My
Shout
high
out
school
to-
baseball coach
Shout
made
out
me
to
cry.
Dr. Lee at East Texas Baptist, who referred to me as you second row, third seat for like the first 2 months of the semester.
Shout out Chad Apsher, coach. I'm sorry. Shout out Chad Landry, my
There you
baseball coach through high school. Good dude.
Shout out Mark Williams at Evadale High. Not
Yeah.
only that, I'll tell you right now, I feel like I'm more sportsy than the sports guys.
I think we are.
You me tell you why?
Oh no.
I didn't bring it.
Don't do it.
I didn't bring it.
Don't.
But I have something neither one of your brothers are big baseball guys,
Uh-huh.
right? I have something in my house neither one of your brothers have.
Oh, what's that?
I have a state championship ring from Evadale High School
Ah.
in baseball. Shout out
Does
to
it
the
count
two,
if it's Evadale?
Hey, it's high school. Don't.
I'm gonna side
You realize
with
you're
the-
outnumbered right now
Well,
in the
but-
room because, like I told you, my best friend from high school is sitting in on this episode.
Yeah.
So it's two
But
from Evadale, one from Hampshire.
No, because they made some Evadale jokes too on their show.
They
a couple years
did.
ago.
Like my whole graduating
So
class
that's-
was 12.
right.
First of all, it was 42.
Shout
Second
out.
of all, I graduated 20 out of 42.
That's
Yeah.
50. That's 50%.
That's better than 50%.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
Barely.
you're decimal points away.
Right.
So,
Anyway.
anyways,
Yeah.
no, we really could do this all night.
Absolutely.
Shout out our fans. Shout out our teachers. Shout out our coaches.
Yeah.
Shout out my new shirt.
Shout out the
Yeah.
new shirt with the Texas on
Beautiful.
it. Because
Home
we
base.
are homegrown
Home
Texas
base.
gentlemen all day long.
Absolutely.
This is the Functional Gentleman. Good night, everybody.
Have a good one, y'all. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.